Okay, so I don't know what it is or what gave you the impression that I know everything about love, because I don't. What's up, everybody? There's been a kid, and he's been emailing me, Twitter DMing me, Insta DMing me, and all of those messages had something to do with heartbreak. This poor kid is going through heartbreak, and heartbreak hurts. Heartbreak is like the worst thing in this world. Oh my god, it sucks. But then in his email he goes to say like, Dan, like I need help. How do I deal with somebody not loving me or someone not wanting to be with me? And that right there is where I was like, okay, I need to help this kid. I've been there. I've had my heart broken, and I know the pain that goes along with it. And I'm sure that a lot of you guys out there watching this right now do as well. So I thought, okay, how can I help him? Because there's 1,000,001 videos on YouTube right now you could go and watch. But I don't want to fall into this pool like everybody else. So I decided to take a different spin on it. I'm gonna go through a bunch of different blogs telling you how to get over a broken heart. But I want to judge their tips. So I guess the way I'm gonna profile this is like $1 tips versus $1,000 tips. That explains the title, okay? Calm down. I want to separate the two and show you guys what actually works, or at least what worked for me, and what is just baloney. Okay, there's a lot of baloney out there. This is an opinion piece, okay? So, calm your titties. Anyways, let's get into it. First one, don't be embarrassed, be proud. No. You guys could hear these tips and justify any single one, I get that. But let's look at it as what it is, okay? Don't be embarrassed, be proud. You guys see how I wasted 3 years of my life? It was all me. It was all me. My idea to break up. No, that doesn't work. When you go through heartbreak, to find any sort of pride in that is very difficult, near impossible. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that's a no. Find comfort in music. Yeah, I'm trying to think back of what I did. Okay, this one says, helping a friend with a broken heart. Listen, that's a good piece of advice. and this is totally off track. Does my friend have to have a soul patch like this too? Like, what is with this picture? It looks like they're suggesting having the conversation across the park. Just like, but how are you feeling? Quick side note about the illustrations on this blog post. Like, I get it. It's supposed to show like the shadow under the lip. If you were to look at that as a soul patch, it really does make this blog post way more interesting. This is meant to be a friend distracting the other friend with like a pizza party. Like, hey babe, you wanna get some pizza? Screw boys, pepperoni. You toss in the soul patch there and it just totally changes the scene for me.
Screw Jerry. We are getting
pizza! Hey, surf lesson starts in 4.
Like, look at all these pictures, okay? We have Chin McGee over here. We have No Teeth Tiana playing some volleyball. And then we have this one. But I'm getting like weird sexual vibes. I'm not really sure why the illustrator decided to make her skirt way higher than the other girls. Her ass is like hanging out. But then add on that sensual handhold. It's like not even like a full one. It's like a, we gon' f. We are off topic. We are now judging illustrations. We need to get back. My boy's got a broken heart. We need to help him. Listen, even if she's telling you the same story for the 207th time, listen to what she has to say. Literally almost every single blog post talks about distraction and not obsessing over what you once had. Get it, like being there to listen is one thing, but to share the same story, let's just say 207 times, that's obsessing. No go, don't do that. Surprise her with a manicure, blowout, or spa treatment at her favorite salon. Sorry, maybe this is the naive man in me, but blowout? Isn't that what Pauly D has? I like surprise her with that. Surprise, we're getting blowouts. Feel free to comment down below what a blowout is, because I'm really not sure. A manicure, a blowout, or spa treatment. Take that calligraphy class you've been talking about already. Oh my god, who the fuck is writing this?
Oh my god, Samantha, I've signed us up for the coolest thing.
Oh my god, what is it? What is it? What is it?
Okay, it's something that you've always wanted to do.
Oh my god, stop. Are we doing skydiving?
No, guess again.
We're doing surf classes!
No, it's calligraphy class.
What? Stop, no way. I've always wanted to learn to write calligraphy. But like, the relationship just stopped me.
I highly suggest you don't do calligraphy classes and maybe do something more of this century. Invite her over for dinner, light candles, and set the table. If she loves mushrooms, but her ex hated them, make her mushroom lasagna. You know what the weird thing about majority of these breakup tips were? They were all catered towards the girl being heartbroken. Girls can break hearts too. It's not just men that are heartless. Not all men are trash, okay?
Fuck man.
Girls can do that too. Anyways, moving on. But I really feel like this tip only works if you've been cheated on, or if your trust has been broken, or if they've done something to you. Let's look at it this way, okay? Let's say it was a breakup of, just falling out of love. Essentially, the most important thing when you're going through heartbreak is to not think of them. And let's say that they had this huge hatred for frogs, okay? Like, taking me to a tadpole birthing ceremony is not the best thing, because I'm gonna think of, it goes to the nearest connection of that item. I know with me in past relationships, whenever Blink-182 would come on, they've mentioned,
Oh, I always think of you when Blink-182 comes on.
Naturally, you go to where the first connection is. And if it's, oh, my ex hated this, that's when I'm gonna start thinking about them. Host a vision board making night. What the f? Invite her over to browse. Again, it's her. Like, it's always her that is the victim. Old magazines while drinking sidecars. Cut out images of what you want your future to be and turn it into a collage. Great idea. Why don't you pair that with calligraphy night? What the f? What's a sidecar? I don't know what a sidecar is. Look, you're trying to ease a broken heart here. You're not trying to hop on the express train to retirement. Drinking sidecars and doing calligraphy classes while making vision boards? It just doesn't seem like useful advice for the majority of people out there. So this blog is about what you should do for a friend going through heartbreak. Signing her up for dance lessons. Like, maybe ask if she's cool with that first. Ease it in. It's all about easing, and it's on their schedule. You can't just drop things like a blowout and dance classes and just expect them to be cool with it. I don't know. I would be pissed. Hitting up the clubs sober. No. No. We have all been a DD at one point in our life. The one person that goes to the party and does not drink. It is the worst position of the night. There's gonna be that one weird friend that's like,
No, I love it. I love taking care of you guys.
those are also the weird people that are gonna smell your hair when you're like super drunk. And it's not because you're sober. It's because you're surrounded by all of these drunk people, which are so annoying. I hate drunk people. Unless I'm drunk too, then I love them. But like, I hate them when I'm sober. Get it? Again, they're trying to find a distraction. What you have to do is find something you truly have a passion for. Inviting some other girlfriends over and organizing a game of freeze tag or capture the flag. Wow, that took a turn. Is that what girls do at sleepovers? It sounds fun if you're a 4th grader. This is love. The last thing you want to be doing is playing freeze tag while your heart's breaking. Just being,
I miss Jackson.
okay, I'm gonna stop there. Those are the $1 heartbreak tips. I'm about to give you the $1,000 heartbreak tip. First things first, it's to find a distraction. You need to distract yourself the best way possible. I can tell you firsthand, the things that hurt the most are things that you create in your head. You think they're out with somebody else. You think that they're not thinking about you. You think that you didn't have an impact enough on their life because they're still posting Instagrams. All of that is stuff that you are creating in your head because you have time to think about it. So the best way to stop that is to fill your time with things you love, but not becoming a yes man. I think a lot of these are trying to portray it as be a yes man, go to the club, do a dance class you've never done. You need to look at the situation and say, okay, they're gone. I need to come to terms with that. Not what you could have done differently for them to be gone, or not starting to pick yourself apart saying like, oh, if I had more muscle, oh, if only I could sing like Ed Sheeran, they would have stayed. If it just came down to them not being in love with you or them just wanting to break up, well then you need to let them go. The way I see this, there are 8 billion freaking people in this world. There is somebody out there for you. Your parents, if your parents met in high school, or if your parents grew up in the same town, what are the odds that their soulmates lived down the street from them or went to the same high school as them? You could be compatible with so many different people out there in this world. We convince ourselves that we have these things called soulmates that we just blend with and things just work well together. I think the hardest part about being broken up with, you create this idea in your head that you're not good enough or what you could have done differently. And those start to spiral out of control and just destroy your self-confidence really, really quickly. The kid that's been emailing me, I feel for you. You're young, you had your heart broken, it sucks, it hurts, it feels like it's gonna be forever. Time heals all. You don't know how you're gonna feel in 3 months. A lot of people, what happens is they convince themselves so much that this is the love of their life and nobody else is gonna be that, nobody else is gonna be them. You're right, nobody else will be them, but somebody else could be better. I think one of the hardest things for me when I was going through the breakup was that I didn't know what they were doing at the time. So I automatically assumed, oh, they're going on dates. Oh, they're answering DMs from dudes. The hardest thing was that I started thinking about somebody else is gonna be taking them for dinner. Somebody else is gonna be picking up them coffee or chocolate, driving down like the same streets that I did. Is that a song? That's a song. And then one day somebody gave me this advice saying, Dan, there's a girl out there right now that might be in a relationship, that might not be in a relationship, that's gonna need a guy like you to take her down those streets, to buy her chocolate, to buy her flowers. Yeah, you know what? Somebody else out there is waiting for our lives to cross. It started to make me feel better, but that was more of a perspective thing for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys have any dating advice for this gentleman or anybody else out there that's going through heartbreak, please comment down below or tweet it, and I'll retweet the good ones. Subscribe to this channel, follow me on Instagram @danocracy, and I'll see you guys in my next video. See you guys later.